Good afternoon and welcome to the Cruise Amigos, live from Forest, Virginia today. At least that's where I am. And then over here, the guy over here, why is my finger pointing crooked?
Yeah, it's good. You got your fingers pointing the right direction for one
going back, sort of. Anyway, that's Nanook of the North, Amigo John. He's up there in Crookston, Minnesota. And late as always.
Always
late. He's never here on time. There is Amigo Martin. Amigo Martin, it's over there in Manchester, UK. I think that's where you are. Can you hear us? Uh-oh. Could say something. Talk.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I can't hear you.
Well, that's hang on. That's you. Hang on. Let's see who's over here. Bonnie's with us. Device is not connected. That was him leaving. Afternoon, all. Gretchen says afternoon. Sonny says hello. Cruise Amigos. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me and John, right? Somebody say, yes, we can hear you. Device is not connected. He left.
Bye, Martin. You know, I'm telling you, it's the English phone lines. They put a different chemical in the copper, and it doesn't always push the signal through.
Yeah, Sonny can hear us. Sonny down Mississippi. So Mississippi can hear us. So Martin, yes, everybody's saying yes. Okay, thank you, Katie. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, everybody. John, Bonnie watched Palm Sunday services at Crookston Lutheran Church.
Except there is no Crookston Lutheran Church. So which one were you on? The one with the big organ or the one with the pointed front?
See, there you go with asking questions.
Well, there's 4 Lutheran churches in Crookston, so.
Wait a minute, Crookston's population 12, and you got 4 Lutheran churches?
There's 16 churches in our town.
How many?
4 of them are Lutheran.
Good Lord. Oh, well, I'm
he
not,
is a good Lord. Praise the Lord. He is a good Lord. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Now see what Martin's trying to do here. Add him in. We got no camera. Can you talk, Martin?
Hello.
All right, we can hear you. We can hear you. It has a slight echo, but we can hear you.
Let's see if we can get the camera going then.
Now we can't see you, that might be a benefit, as a matter of fact. That we don't have to
rude. Hashtag very rude. Hashtag very rude.
Now that's pretty
hashtag rude.
If you ever get here on time, which is more than 6 seconds before we go on the air, we can do this ahead of time.
Well, do you know what? It's Sundays in the UK is roast dinner day. So it's either, depending on the husband's rota, it's either we have to have dinner before the show or after the show. And when I'm fasting between 8 o'clock at night and midday, it has to be before the show. So I'm like that, rushing my dinner.
And this is why I keep telling you guys, I think we should move the show to a different time so that you can enjoy your roast.
Well, it was roast pork this week with brilliant crackling, amazing crackling. The hubby does a good.
Wait a minute. Crackling?
Yeah, crackling.
That's like innards.
No, that's just the fat on the top that just goes all crispy and is the best part of the pork. Do you not agree, John?
Is that
yes? Yeah.
Is that I thought crackling had to do with intestines and.
It can, but he's
like
in England it means something different. So
yeah, it's the fat on top of your meat when you roast it, and then if you do it right with salt, and it goes really crispy, and it's like they actually sell it in bags over here like crisps.
We Southerners just call that fat back.
It's not fat; it's crackling. It's the best part of a roast beef. Roast pork. Sorry, I don't know why I'm going on beef. So that might be next. No, actually, next week it's lamb. It's lamb next week. It's Easter.
It's time out.
Okay.
You have some splaining to do, Martin.
Why not? What have I done now?
Before we get into the show, before we get into talking about cruising and talking about traveling, and we got to talk about John's got some splaining to do too. But first, it's going to be you.
No, I'm in the hot seat then. Go on. What am I splaining about?
Okay, so this morning, you take the dog out, right, for a walk, right? And the dog says, "Daddy, I want to go swimming. Let's go swimming." I go, "I want to get in the water." And you said, "Hell no."
No, it's a reservoir. It wasn't the right place for him to go swimming. We took him to the beach the day before, on Saturday, and he was at the beach. So there's some pictures up there of the beach, I think. So
and then you tried to steal this guy's house. Is that correct?
Do you know what? That is the only house there, and it's amazing. I want to live there.
I like that. But the reason I'm doing this is, what the hell is this? Are those white rocks?
That was a bad joke.
It was a bad joke. Yeah, it was. They're sheep. They're sheep.
Well, but you don't eat those.
Yeah, you do. You eat lamb, roast lamb. Next week is roast lamb week. We have a saying here.
Little things you eat like lamb.
Yeah, love lamb and mint sauce. Yeah, lamb and mint sauce.
The reason I did all of this crap, other than I still got a little bit of explaining for you to do, but all of that, for the first time in my life, now I'm a little older than you guys.
Just a little.
The first time in my 73 plus years on this last cruise, I ordered a lamb chop.
Oh, tell me about it. Was it like?
I had the first time in my life I have eaten lamb was on Adventure of the Seas.
Okay.
And it was yummy. I'm giving you hell just to play, but it was really, really good.
It's great.
Oh, lamb is amazing. Lamb is amazing. We have something they used to get them in Asda or Walmart, as it is over your side. They used to do a lamb shank that was in a mint sauce and used to cook it in the oven for about 2 hours, and the meat would just drop off the bone, and it was absolutely delicious. But yeah, lamb. We have a saying over here, me and the husband, it's Buble at Christmas, lamb at Easter. Okay. Michael Bublé at Christmas, lamb at Easter.
How do you prepare? How do you prepare him?
Well, any way we want, really. Depends on what kind of day it is.
Okay,
sorry,
now
we go off on a tangent there.
So now we get back to the dog walking today. I mean, we're really interested in dog walking on this channel. You know, we have professional dog walkers. As a matter of fact,
no, I love my dog walking. Love dog walking.
Okay, so you're all happy, and you know it's ungodly hours in the morning, and it's too cold to let the damn dog go swimming, and you're all bubbly and happy, and you're taking selfies and all that shit. Oh, excuse me, I'm not supposed to say that. All that stuff. And then there's the better half is saying, "The hell am I doing out here?"
That was at the beginning of the war.
Look at the look on Stan's face. It's like, I'm gonna kill him.
Well, you see that picture, right, where we stood there? We actually walked all the way around the river or the reservoir, all the way up the top, right up in the hills, and all the way back down. I don't know why I'm pointing. And nobody can see where I'm pointing, but yeah, all the way where all the pylons are and the little mass, all the way up there and all the way back round. It's about 4 kilometers. 4K it was. And
yeah,
that was why we started
4K, that's 2.5 miles. That's exactly. 2.5 miles that you voluntarily walked.
Yeah, and we did the same yesterday, just shy of the same yesterday.
I hope you never get as old as John and I are.
Oh, do you know, I will get as old as you. I'm not far. I feel not far off it after all that walking. We did 6.5 kilometers last weekend on the Sunday morning.
And for all of you Americans, 5. That's 4.3 miles. That is 4.3 miles.
So yeah, so we did that.
And I do admit, I am impressed that you impressed the crap out of me with this. Honest to God, because I look back not that long ago when you were in a tux, you were fluffy.
Fluffy.
You were honest to God fluffy.
I was rotund. Rotund.
That's another word for it. I call it fat, but
festively plump. Festively plump. It's just that it's your ear.
Yeah.
So, but no, do you know what? It's one of them. It's just I've done it, and you know, John, I said to you, didn't I, back a while ago, I was going to quit smoking. 31st of January was my last cigarette, and we're now in April.
That is awesome. I'm coming up on in another, what is it, 2 months, just less than 2 months now. I'm 2 months away from my 7th year anniversary.
Well, I'm not smoking. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. That's a no mean feat. No mean feat, because it's so hard. It really is hard to do. So,
well, especially when I smoke 5 packs a day.
5?
What?
100 cigarettes a day.
100 a day.
Wow.
For years. I smoked for 56 years.
Do you know what that would cost you now? Do you know what that would cost you?
Well, it's one of the reasons I quit. That was before. What does it cost now?
It's about 50 cents a cigarette here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on about 12 pounds a packet. So you'd be looking at £50 a day. That's what, £350 a week. Jeez.
1,500 pounds a month.
Yeah. For years. For years. Yeah.
Well, I've been quite good every week and every Monday. What I would have spent in cigarettes, I'm putting into a separate account, and I'm up to £640 now that I've saved since the end of January.
I think that you should increase the value. You know, you should smoke a better brand that you've given up, so you can have more money then.
But then I'd have less money at the end of the week.
You know about the Scottish kid, you know, that ran into his father's study when he got home from school, and he says, Dad, I saved 10 pence by running home behind the bus. And the dad said, well, you stupid fool, you could have saved 3 pounds by running home behind a cab.
Dad
jokes. They are dad jokes, aren't they?
All right, now, John, you need to explain something. I need to know. Nobody's going to know about this. John got sunburned up there in Minnesota. He got sunburned sailing his rubber ducky in his bathtub.
Hang on. Last week we had snow. You were still snowed in last week, weren't you? Where's all that?
Actually, he's supposed to get 16 more inches this weekend.
That's a hell of a bit chunk of snow. Wait, hang on. How did you get sunburned? Was this in the snow still?
It was sailing his rubber ducky in his bathtub. He's sunburned from a 100-watt light bulb.
The heat lamp was on over the toilet, you know, and I forgot it. So,
oh, jeez. I want to see your rubber ducky.
Boy, I haven't had an invitation like that in quite a few years.
Here's his rubber ducky.
Oh,
I just happen to have it right here.
You guys got to keep talking. I'll be back. Don't go away. If we're going to do this,
we're all going to get our ducks out.
He's going to go find a rubber duck.
Right, well, hang on then.
A Minnesota rubber duck. And they both leave me. And I'm sitting here all by myself. Okay, let's see who's over here in the chat. But this is hysterical. Okay, nobody's here, so I'll just say hello to Gretchen, Bonnie, Sonny, Katie.
I can't see a damn thing.
Oh, you're back. Okay. I didn't get left long. Martin, I had roast pork from Denmark on Christmas and did have a lovely crackling skin on top. There you go. There's Bonnie's agreeing with you on that. And when John gets back, Bonnie watched St. John's Lutheran. All right, so I have to tell him about that. Gretchen had lamb today for Palm Sunday. Okay. So there's somebody else. And I'm telling you, in all my years, I've refused to eat lamb. Nobody really in my family's big on it. Although I do like what we call over here heroes, or some people call it gyros, which is the way they're done in this country is a mixture of lamb and beef,
right?
That's put on a pita bread with a funky sauce on it. Now I like those.
We had that though. We had that on Friday night. We yeah. I'm coming. I'm on my way.
And what he doesn't know is that you left me too.
He's back. Shh, shh.
Martin left too. So I was sitting there. I was soloing for several minutes there. Hugo's.
This is our family marketplace here. It was a guy named Hugo Magnuson that started it. He took over the Piggly Wiggly chain, and now we have Hugo's. So
Piggly Wiggly chain.
Yeah, that's a grocery chain in this country.
You don't know about, we call it the pig, but it's Piggly Wiggly. You don't know about that?
I'm familiar with Piggly Wiggly.
I've heard of Walmart. Okay. I've shopped in Walmart.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so if we're doing rubber duckies here, you guys, first of all, then, here's my unicorn ducky.
Unicorn ducky.
Yeah.
It's fab.
Unreal.
Okay. Oh, they get better. Here's my graduated ducky. He's got.
I can't believe that this is heading in this direction.
Oh, you have no idea what direction we're going in here. This is my modern.
Oh crap.
He's a woke. This is a woke duck here.
He's a woke duck.
Woke duck.
Hang on, how many? We could be here a while, you know. These
no. I'm just building up here.
We've lost him. We can't hear him.
Here's. Are you here?
Yeah. Now.
Here's my family.
That's where mine came from. Was that family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the family. But then, of course, I travel. You guys know I travel a lot. I don't know if you know, but you've all heard about the Berliner bear, right? Everybody's heard about the Berliner bear. Did you know?
The Berlin duck.
The Berlin duck.
The Berlin duck.
But here we go.
Is this a finale?
This is a finale. It's a finale. This is the piece de resistance. And I'm just going to put them up, and then you got to figure it out.
It's a gray duck with a nose ring.
A hippie duck.
It'll be a beak ring, won't it? It won't be a nose ring. Then again, is it going through his nose?
No, it's going through his bill.
Going through his bill.
A duck bill.
The nose on a duck. The nose is up here on a
ring
duck.
bill. I don't know what. Where's it from then? Ring bill, grey duck, duck grey.
He's actually from a nightclub called the Gloucester in Manchester, England.
The Gloucester.
No, you never saw them.
I've got no club like that. There are clubs where he probably fit in very well in Manchester, but oh, jeez, God, fab.
He really quacks me up.
Well, I'll raise your grey duck. Well, I've got two. I've got a few more, but I'll raise you an Emerald Waterways duck.
Nice. Yeah.
No, yeah, for the river cruises. But all I'm going to say for this is, mother duck. What are we talking about?
Oh my God, that's terrific.
And I have got a Van Gogh duck as well, but we had that one a few months ago. I didn't get that one. But we could start a new trend. Hang on.
Uh-oh. See, now we're going to really, we're getting down to the really bizarre ones now. So.
And by the way, Bonnie went to St. John's Lutheran.
St. Paul's. There's no St. John's.
I don't know where.
In Crookston?
Yeah.
No, maybe she was wrong about that. Anyway,
Bonnie, where do we see this?
Maybe it wasn't Crookston. Okay, go ahead, Martin.
No, I forgot. I can't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
So we'll just have to go mother duck. I'm going to use that for whenever we use things. I'm just going to bring it up and go mother duck, mother. Oh, jeez.
Bonnie says if I ever go to Ireland, I'll see a lot of sheep. Same thing with New Zealand.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You know, literally all the lamb that you eat in the United States comes from New Zealand.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that, but literally everything. That's why if we have a chain of restaurants here, and this is for everybody that's listening, if you're ever in America and you're not satisfied with the steakhouse on the ship that Chillie's been on, or of course the beautiful steakhouse on the Epic, but there's a chain of steakhouses called Ruth's Chris, which is a funny name. It's like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. A lady named Ruth bought Chris's Steakhouse. And it's a chain, and they have lamb chops that come from a farm in Nebraska. And I'm telling you, you're going to put out $50 for it, but it is absolutely the hands down finest. It makes all the other fine lamb that you've had, it's just one step higher. And it's called Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. And if you go there, tell them John sent you. No, I'm just kidding.
I've eaten at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in one before. But I didn't have lamb.
Well, yeah, because it's, they're big on their steaks, of course. They're awesome on their steaks, but it is a wonderful, wonderful place to either introduce or to, you get two big, like a tenderloin would be like 2 ribs, and then you get 2 sets of those as your meal. And they are so, well, of course, I've never had it over at Martin's house. So, I don't know if it's the best, because it might be better.
Hubby does make, I'll be honest, I let him make the roast because he does make a good roast. He really does. So I'll give him credit for that. So, but when I do mine, it's all right, but depends what we're making. But we do try. I like Sunday roast because, do you know why? It's the end of the week.
No, it's the beginning of the week.
Sunday's the end of the week. So when I have my roast, I know through lockdown, we didn't know what day it was because every day rolled into one day, which then became the same month, which then became the same year. So the only reason we knew at the end of the week was literally because, we're having roast pork or roast beef or roast chicken, roast lamb. I don't want a nut roast though. I can't be doing vegetarian nut roast. What's that?
That's a pat on the back for all the ducks. By the way, Bonnie said she walked both dogs around her house today, probably 500 feet. Whew, she's worn out. I am too.
Now, talking of ducks, hang on, Chillie, we can't go on out. Hang on. Ducks. Have you heard about the rubber ducks on the ships?
The rubber ducks on the ships.
Yeah. There's actually people go around, they will leave ducks on ships for people to find, and then you take a picture of them and you're meant to leave them or take them. But yeah, it's a huge community of people that do that. So if you ever got a spare duck, take it on board and leave it in some place and see where it goes.
See what happens to it. Yeah. There is a guy that I'm going to be interviewing, hopefully this week when he gets back home, that is known as Papa Bear.
Papa Bear.
And he goes on cruises and takes about 100 little bears.
Mm-hmm.
And he hides them all over the ship. And people find the bears and they come to Papa Bear and have the picture taken. And it goes up on a big wall of his, the people that found bears on the cruise, which I thought was pretty cool too.
Amazing. There's a charity over here that asks people to donate teddy bears. and they're called booby bears. It's to raise money for breast cancer. And what they do is each bear has a name and a little tag on it. And what they do is they'll give it to someone who then takes it somewhere and leaves it. And then this bear or this teddy bear or unicorn, whatever it is, will just go to different places and people will take a picture. I've left him here. And it's just, these bears just go all over the world. It's amazing.
Wow. Nice.
It's good idea.
It is. So,
I know what the pat on the back was. That was for us quit smoking.
Yes, that's how it all started.
That's it went over the damn
25 minutes in and we go back and realize what's going on.
Smoking. I just realized because Sonny said, "Good job, smoking too expensive all the way around." I did that one over my head.
But I need you guys to know that I am way ahead of you in the quit smoking department because I am now 70 and a half years since I had my last puff. So
Hang on, John. How old are you?
70 and a half.
He's never
No, but my genetic mother was a smoker, you see. So I had 9 months of, and then
I'm with you.
So I'm
Jeez, I don't know. It's still the dad jokes. Always the dad jokes, isn't it? I bet you do dad dancing at events, don't you?
All right, I have a pronouncement to make.
A pronouncement.
A pronouncement.
Is this news flash time?
No, I just you know, you might not have known it, but I was on a few cruises recently.
Really? I hadn't seen you go away at all, Chillie. Didn't know.
Well, I'm there's Tina Turtle, so I'm back in the studio. After a month that I've been gone.
He's only come back to do his washing and his ironing.
Yeah, and I'm leaving again in 3 days.
I told you, coming back to do his washing and ironing. Actually, no, he doesn't iron, does he?
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in ironing on a cruise. No.
I'll wash it and throw it in the suitcase and then go. That's all.
So where are you off to next?
To Los Angeles. I fly to Los Angeles Wednesday. Thursday.
I hope it's not that, John.
Maybe it's Thursday I fly.
No. That was just how you land. That's how you land in LA.
Thursday I fly. I sail Friday. Yeah. I'm going out. I'm going west, young man. Go west, young man.
Go west. Da, 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 da.
So anyway, Adventure of the Seas.
Hang on, what were you on last
9 days of my cruising adventures.
I just want to point out that, what is the difference between an announcement and a pronouncement?
That's just because I decided to say something funky.
No. A pronouncement is an official statement, like the kind that politicians or people with big egos make. It's formal and comes from someone in charge. And Chillie, you are definitely in charge. So
he keeps us on the right track, doesn't he? Until we railroad him.
Yeah, no.
With our ducks.
Okay.
I got to get a booby duck. That would be funny. I haven't got a booby duck.
Booby duck. Yeah.
Well, if there's booby bears, there must be booby ducks, because where else do you get duck milk?
I'm not going there.
Well, no, Starbucks. You can get almond milk. You can get chai milk. You can get cow's milk. You can get sheep's milk. I know they got duck's milk over there. I'm sure they do.
No, you can't get it. Go and get it. Who's going to milk a duck?
Well.
How'd you milk a duck?
Well, and then I'm saying, who's going to milk a goat? But they do.
Well, but you can buy a goat milker on Amazon for $188.
Well, you get a little bucket about this big, and you get little teeny tiny fingers.
I just priced a goat milker on Amazon. They're $188.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it fits over little teeny tiny things.
Jeez, I don't know.
Okay, I was gonna say something serious, guys.
Come on, hang on. Let me just, before you make that announcement, let me just put some lights on because it's going dark.
He leaves again.
He just wants to show us his new trim butt in those jeans that he's got.
Yeah,
That's
right.
why he's doing that. That's what
I tell you what, he does. It's amazing.
it is. It is.
It's
So,
got a long
Adventure
way
of
to
the
go, yeah.
Seas, Royal Caribbean's Adventure of the Seas, not the newest ship,
Yes.
not the biggest ship,
Yes.
but man, that's one of the nicest ships I've ever been on.
Mm.
The food was, I mean, I'm always happy with main dining room food.
Mhm.
Always. Rarely do I ever say anything negative about main dining rooms. This was way beyond anything I could imagine in a dining room. It was so good. Every meal. I never even considered going to a specialty restaurant. Never thought about it. The staff, not only in the dining room, but throughout the whole ship. I mean, the staffs on all the cruises I've been on have been way better than before, just because they're so glad to be back working.
Yeah.
And you can feel that enthusiasm on every crew member that I've been around. But again, Adventure of the Sea was just another added step above what the other cruises I've been on. The entertainment was great. I mean, just everything about it. I mean, I love to cruise. Don't get me wrong. And I rarely have I ever said any cruise was anything negative about a cruise. But man, this one was, if I rate the top 2 or 3 ships I've ever been on in my, 50 years of cruising now? It was 1978. So how many years is that?
88, 98, 208, 218, 44 years.
44 years I've been cruising. Okay. I'm talking this is the top 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ships I've been on ever.
I was 3 when you started cruising.
This was an outstanding cruise ship.
Okay, wait a minute. But you just said 3 top ones. So what others would you group together in your happiness factor?
I don't know. I'd have to go back. I mean, my first, obviously, I didn't know any different. And I would probably put one of the fantasy class Carnival ships that have, we're getting all scrapped now. I love those ships.
Sure, sure.
They were a great size for me. That's the fantasy class ships. They used to call the bar right outside the casino Chillie's Bar. Those are my bar tabs. So one of those, I was on, I think all of them except I've never been on Ecstasy, the one that's left.
Okay. Where does that sail out of? Where's its home?
That's one that's in Mobile. In Mobile now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, all the rest of them have gone to scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in India, they're all.
But I love those ships. They were great.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been a particularly big fan of the bigger, new, fancy bells and whistles ships that we have today. Meraviglia is the biggest. Meraviglia is the biggest I've been on. Adventures, I don't. Which one's bigger? Freedom of the Seas might be bigger.
I think Freedom is bigger than Adventure. I think.
So Adventures is again a little bit smaller. I tend to like a little bit smaller. Although they had, we had 20. We were right about 55%. So I think capacity's, what's the capacity on? Look it up, John.
Yeah, I'm just doing it here.
Capacity on Adventure.
3,114 if every bed is filled. 3,114. So it's
like 3.2.
It's half as big as the big ones now.
Yeah.
So
man, it was nice.
Wow.
You see, I'm the other end of the spectrum. I'm the other end. I like the big ships. I like lots to do. I like to be able to go and have a gin in one bar and then have a little bit of a walk and then go and have another gin in another bar and maybe a cocktail in a different bar, then go into the theatre, come back out, another few drinks before heading to the casino for a flutter, before you have your Frangelico before bed in a hot chocolate.
Good question. Do you actually spend money in casinos on a ship?
Do you know what? I'll have a flutter. And by that, I'd usually just go on the machines.
That's not a word that we know. What is a flutter?
Flutter is maybe just a little bit, $10, $20 a night, restrict it to that. Don't want to spend much more. But
so historically then over the ships, have you always lost it? Have you hit a couple of jackpots? Have you done anything?
John, I play the machines where it's 1 cent to go.
Okay.
And you do 280 lines and you haven't got a clue what's going on. And then suddenly it goes ding, 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 ding. And you think, oh God, I've won. And then it's like $2.50 or something, but it sounds good and it looks great. And it's a bit of fun.
Yeah, that's right. How about you, Chillie? Do you do any gambling on the ship?
Very little.
Yeah.
I don't gamble much anymore at all. I have in the past.
I've never spent $1 on any gambling on a cruise ship. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not against it in any way. It's just that I just don't find it a thing for me. So
I've never played any of the tables, or if I've got $5, I might say, right, put it on a number on the roulette because it's the end of the night. $5 done, gone. Never win anything. But on the Valiant Lady, on two of the cruises, on the first cruise, I went on and I had $50 left on my thing, so I sort of got them back because you could. Played craps. Never played that in my life, and it's just look at the roll of the dice. It's literally look at the roll of the dice, and we came away with. Hang on a moment.
He's bringing something home again. This could be bad.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130, $132.
American.
That's American dollars too.
Yeah, American dollars. So when we go on Celebrity Beyond, we'll then go and play on Celebrity Beyond and see what happens. So we've got a little bit of money there. So, but it was a bit of fun. You haven't got a clue what's going on.
Looks like he's hooked. They're gonna set the hook and reel you in, and you're gonna be one of the gambling guys now.
No, listen, I'll hold my hands up. Many, many, many years ago, I was 18, and I got into a bit of a habit playing the slot machines. And it was one Christmas, and I spent my whole month's wages in the machines, and had to go home and tell my mum I had no money for bills, no money to pay my rent, and that was when it hit me. And now I restrict myself. I'm very strict. $10 or $20, like that. I'll pay $20, $30 a night still on the craps. So, it's just, and then if I win, put my money to one side and then think, well, okay, I've got my money I started with, anything else is a bonus, and see what happens. So, but I won't ever get to that stage again because it's hard and it can destroy lives. It can destroy lives, gambling. So,
certainly can.
And become very addictive. So no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again, ever.
But I'll give you 3 to 7 odds that you will be doing it again.
No. Especially if
stop it, John.
You're like me. I have an addictive personality, which I recognize. I mean, I've been addicted to 100 things in my life. I was addicted to cigarettes. I'm a workaholic. I'm addicted to cruising. I want to go that way.
Wives. He's addicted to wives.
I'm addicted to Diet Coke.
Oh, no, but it's Coke Zero, man. Have you tried Coke Zero compared to Diet Coke?
It sucks.
Really?
I gotta have Diet Coke. I don't want regular Coke. I don't want Coke Free. I don't want Coke Zero. I want Diet Coke.
Yeah, period. I can't stand all this Coke Zero. Diet Coke's all right, but no Coke Zero. No.
You think that if we put up 3 glasses, Coca-Cola, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke, and you're going to pick them out, you're going to tell me exactly?
Oh, yeah. No question about it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No question about it. I could, because every now and then I'll, ask my sister if she'll give me a Diet Coke while she's in the kitchen, let's say. And she'll, without thinking, she'll pour out of her bottle of Coke in my glass. And I'll go, sis, you did it again.
You can taste the difference. You really
Oh, yeah,
can.
you can.
But to me, Coke and Coke Zero they're just interchangeable to me until later if I get a sugar rush. But as far as tasting them, where I can pull Diet Coke, but I cannot tell you the difference between Coke and Coke Zero.
Because my niece drinks Coke Zero, so I've done the same thing with
I find Coke Zero.
I tell all three of them apart.
It gets stuck to your teeth. There's a bit more sticky.
Interesting.
But anyway, thank God I never messed with drugs.
Yet. You
I
haven't messed with drugs yet.
I would have been hooked in a heartbeat on whatever the hell drug. John's pot up there. I would have started if I'd started smoking that S word. I would have been hooked on it in a heartbeat. That's just addictive personality.
Well, I think the best thing, Chillie, is you're addicted to cruising.
Well, yeah,
that's one addiction that we all agree should be good.
But I mean, you could actually, you could get to the point where with cruising where you could spend all your money just to go cruising.
Yeah. There's people out there that spend lives on shit.
I mean, I didn't do that when I, was working and stuff. I'm doing it now when I can afford to do it.
Have you seen the comments about gambling on the ships? Looking at the bottom there.
Well, Katie's the lucky one. I want to have her throwing my dice at crap table.
Yeah, but then there's another one there with won $6,000
on
the Dawn Prince. Yeah. But notice the first time it's
look who's here. Ronnie's here. He says, "Uh-oh, John's going for the rubber ducks and that's bad."
Is that your brother?
It's my son. Ronnie's my son.
Son, is it? So does that mean there's more rubber ducks than you pulled out?
Oh yeah, I just brought the ones that are unique in some way. I got tons of the just traditional, the yellow one, but I've got them in blue, pink, red, orange, green. So
Emily does 9,000 to 10,000 steps when she's outside walking the dogs.
Yeah.
She's our professional dog walker.
Yeah.
If you do 10,000 steps, how come you're not skinny as crap, Emily? Oh, I know. You drink a lot of wine.
That was cruel. You're addicted to cruelty today, I think.
He is. He's very,
Emily knows I'm teasing her. I love Emily to death. She knows that too.
Very harsh today. Very harsh. You know what that is, John? You know what it is?
All the time. He's
in a mood. He's not.
There we go. And that's what my family would do. Burn them in the broiler. I won't eat lamb anymore.
Yeah, lamb has got to be. There's a magic moment when lamb is the right place. It's got to have the right bark on the outside, but kind of rare, but not too rare inside. So
just slightly pink.
Now that's one thing I didn't know, guys. That's when the guy asked me how I wanted the lamb chops cooked, and I said, I don't know. I order my steak medium rare. Tell me how I would order a lamb chop. He said, well, try it medium rare. Then I'm thinking, is that something that you're supposed to cook it well done so it doesn't have?
No, that's pork.
Pork, yeah.
That's sacrilege. That you don't cook a lamb till it's burnt.
Yeah, no. I'm learning, but I liked it. So
I do love my lamb.
No. Whoa, Gretchen says it's going to be 70 in Ohio tomorrow. That's a good sign.
She might have the numbers reversed.
Yeah, no, Gretchen's pretty good on numbers. Yeah. She got it right. It's going to be warm in Ohio. It's going to be snowing in Minnesota.
Tuesday at 4:00 is when it starts, and they are predicting between then and Wednesday night 16 inches of snow.
More snow.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be nice. I'm hoping it's
Lily's
going to be
never
nice.
seen a unicorn ducky before.
By the way, 16 inches is 406.5 millimeters for all of our friends that use the metric system. 406.5 millimeters of snow are predicted.
That's
No
40
more Piggly
centimeters.
Wigglies in Florida anymore.
Actually, believe it or not, Piggly Wiggly is still a giant distributor chain, but the face of the stores is not the words Piggly Wiggly anymore. But Piggly Wiggly still exists and is a giant retailer across the United States. And I'll bet you there isn't a United States person listening to us that hasn't unknowingly, shopped at a Piggly Wiggly outlet.
What are Piggly Wigglies called today?
I want to check into a Piggly Wiggly. I'm on Facebook.
I'm finding that out exactly, so you know that you will know. Piggly Wiggly chain. Here we go. Their headquarters is in Keene, New Hampshire. They were founded September 6, 1916 in Memphis, Tennessee, and there are 499 outlets yet today of the Piggly Wiggly.
Still called Piggly Wigglies.
No, that's what I mean. They like in our area, a family named Magnuson's, the dad's name was Hugo. They call them Hugos, and they run from the middle of North Dakota into Minnesota. So, but it's the Piggly Wiggly behind it, but it's got a different name and a face on it. But so
all those.
Nikki,
John, did you dress a stone goose on your front porch when that was the thing?
No,
Decorate a stone goose. Never heard of that.
I don't even know about that. I don't decorate a stone goose.
And that's Nikki. Nikki's down there in Jacksonville, and I mean she's a legal mind and everything. So this isn't that's a thing. I'll promise you.
I had one of these that was more than a foot around, and he had on a rain slicker and a rain cap.
A foot duck.
You could call it that. Yes, 12 inches of sheer joy, and and. My number one foreign exchange student said that would absolutely complement my bathroom over in Germany. So I said, well, then, take it. I have a Picasso that's hanging in Germany right now. I have lots of my stuff is around the world. And so, but anyway, so I gave him this, and for 4 or 5 years, I'm there visiting. And of course, there's the great, because he's got a bathtub with a big ledge on it. And there sits my duck. All of a sudden I go there one year and the duck is gone. I said, where's the duck? And he goes, oh, I was tired of it, so I sold it on a garage sale. And you cannot buy that duck. I have been searching for 7 years now to replace that duck, and nobody is making my raincoat rubber ducky. So if anybody sees a 1 foot rubber duck, it's got to be absolutely looks like this with a rain cap and a rain hoodie, and it's about a foot big. Get a hold of me. I need to have it back in my class. It might be the actual one. So, let me know.
Martin, is that a duck on the shelf behind you?
That's a penguin. Can't you see?
That's a penguin. Yeah.
No, I've got 2 penguins and an aspen bear on skis.
Okay.
Where is he?
Look at this. Oh, look at this.
Okay, Ronnie, I won't do that. I'll never mention that.
Never mention a glass collecting. What does he mean? Ronnie, what do you mean? Never mention a glass collecting.
Do you have a glass collection?
I refuse to say based on the fact that I have to spend the rest of the day with my son. So I'm not sure. I wonder what I do. I collect borosilicate glass, and I'm not going to go get it for today's show. But
okay,
do you know
that's what he's talking about?
Do you know what borosilicate glass is?
Collecting. You're collecting basilica glasses.
No, glass. It's teacups, teapots, coffee pots, but it's borosilicate glass. which can take. It's the same thing they make test tubes and beakers and stuff out of in laboratories.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about it.
This is why he said don't talk about it, because John will go on and on and on about it. That's what it is.
Send your extras to Box 6, Fisher, Minnesota 56723. And
St. Paul's Lutheran.
Yes.
Bonnie says, I was busy watching the one kid on stage dancing with his bum.
that was funny, wasn't it? And then one time he dropped it. I saw that too. He like dropped it and he looked around like he didn't know what to do. And then he kind of casually.
So now, wait a minute. You and Bonnie were watching the same church service.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
She's down there in Florida.
Well, they have this thing called the internet. It's really an awesome thing, Chillie. I know you old guys don't know too much about it, but it's this really cool thing that you can be anywhere. For instance, we have a Shrek here in his Shrek ears. Nobody's even seeing it because he doesn't have enough light on the subject. But we have Shrek here in Manchester, England. You are in Forest, Virginia. And I am up in northern Minnesota. So you see, it's an amazing
thing. What does it do?
What?
What does this internet thing do?
It brings people who are far away together. So if you want to be in a club, if you have a particular fetish, for instance, maybe you can only kiss human beings when you have Shrek ears on, you can now find people all over the world that share your particular addiction, interest, fetish, whatever it is that you might like, and you can find them all over the world. Last night, next week we got to do this, folks.
You're getting into kinky stuff, and you're now.
No. I and Emily has one too. It's an Oculus. It's the virtual glasses that you put on, like here. It goes all the way over your head, so it kind of weights out balance. But last night I was doing roller coasters, and I got it, and then you have these handheld things, and it was like going through Jurassic Park on this roller coaster with two guns in my hand shooting dinosaurs. Now, that's a pretty narrow fetish, right? Or a pretty narrow interest, right? But this is what you can do, and it's really cool. Sonny has one too. Oh, great, Sonny. We got to meet. I'll meet you either in Horizon or I'll meet you in the multiverse, not the metaverse, but the multiverse. And I have 4 apartments there. You can find me. So yeah,
that internet thing may catch on one day, John.
I think you say that, but I got to tell you, and this is a very serious statement, and also incredibly funny. I think. Do you know that 60%, that means out of 10, 6 of them out of 10, 60% of the internet traffic in Southern California is pornography. Serious. And so the funny thing is this internet that's helped connect people around the world, so you can talk to your family in the Ukraine, or we're seeing CNN shots, somewhere else, where, anywhere in the world, and doing what we're doing right here now and everything. But you need to know that the underlying money that provides the driving thing to make the internet bigger, faster, better, and more is pornography. It's hilarious.
Mad, isn't it? Mad, absolutely mad.
It's hilarious.
There we go.
Oh, wait a minute. I've been on this show for 40% now. I've got to leave. I've got to go and do that. There's 60%.
Nikki's been to 37 Ruth Chris's.
No way, Nikki. Is this? You're not just pulling our rubber ducky here now?
No, she and Roger. I wouldn't be surprised with all the traveling they've done. They could easily have been in 37 Ruth Chris.
Oh, well, when we get around, if you get up to Minneapolis, there's a really good one in downtown Minneapolis. That's my closest one. But if you got to let me know if we got to put that. I would love to be at a Ruth's Chris with you guys, and I would have lamb if I was there.
Bonnie won't go because she doesn't eat beef.
But they have. Oh, but Bonnie, they have some excellent seafood choices. They always have. They have fresh, wild caught Alaskan salmon. It's coming in. It flies in first class, literally every day to Ruth's Chris.
Wow.
So
wow.
Although the
I did
rice, the side that they have that's rice, I would pass on that. I'm giving you my best opinion here. And maybe our Ruth's Chris experts here, Nikki and Roger, can tell me, but what are your favorite sides when you're there, Nikki? So the potatoes, the mashed potatoes are out of this world. So.
Wait a minute. What makes mashed potatoes good? Mashed potatoes are mashed potatoes.
No. You see, you say that, but you know, the guy with the who is it? He's in England. He had 3 Michelin stars, but he's not this young stuff. But who's Bouchard?
Michelle Roux. No.
Close. You're really close. Anyway, do you know that this is his recipe for mashed potatoes? It is 1/3 Jersey cow butter. 1/3 of it is butter. Tom
Carriage? No.
One of those famous guys anyway. And but his mashed potatoes are 1/3, 30%, 33% if you want to be exact. Butter.
Right. So you got you chop up a bunch of taters.
Yes.
Yeah, but it depends on what potatoes.
Then you put this glob of butter in. And
okay, but wait a minute now. No, we got to go back because you have to boil the potatoes with their jackets on. And you have to rice them, which leaves the jacket behind, but it gets the potato right out to the jacket, which tastes different than the inside of the potato, where when you're peeling a potato, I know that 20% of the potato goes down the drain.
Yeah.
So that's the starting thing.
We peel potatoes, but it depends on what potatoes you use as well, because different potatoes give different flavors.
And then you have to dry them before you make them into mashed potatoes. You have to boil them, and then you have to let them dry. You have to let them air dry in a colander based on the temperature, humidity, and the kind of potato it is. So when you say mashed potato, that's like saying a rubber ducky is a rubber ducky. I am a mashed potato aficionado.
And next week on the Cruise Amigos show, we'll be talking about roast potatoes. We did mash this week.
Yeah. And what do you put on them though before you put them in the oven? What do you cover them with?
Nothing. Just
salt.
Boil them, parboil them, take them out, put them in a colander, give them a shake up, give them a bit of crunch into some hot oil, and cooked, and that's it. Nice and crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside.
You don't put any flavoring, no salt and pepper, no garlic salt, no anything.
No, not on a normal roast. No, at Christmas we might throw a bit of this and that in.
Reindeer poop?
What?
At Christmas, reindeer poop? Is that what you throw on them?
Reindeer poop. Yeah, we go out and get it, especially on Christmas Eve. So
there is something like that. You know, you guys don't know that maybe, but here, what do they call that? Ronnie, if you're still on, it's like chocolate and marshmallows and all sorts of things mixed together, and it's called reindeer poop.
Reindeer poop. Yeah, I had some of it for Christmas this year.
Okay, so you have it there too.
My son's girlfriend sent it to me.
Reindeer, you ate reindeer poop?
Well, it's candy, almost like candy.
Oh, right. You had me going then. I thought you were... No.
Well, how do you know? Have you ever tried reindeer poop fresh from... You don't know. You've never tried it, so, you know.
There are some things I'll try, John, but I'm not eating reindeer poop. I'm sorry. Hang on. We need to go back to Nikki anyway.
Nikki. Yes, Nikki. They get the mushrooms.
By the way, one time in law school, broke into rubber ducky. You're the one. Yeah, I've done that too.
You make bath time lots of fun.
What's Nikki said there? What's about the sides?
Yes, sauteed mushrooms, the fried onion rings. But yes, I heard that they took them off the menu.
So. Oh, I do like onion rings in batter. Have you seen where they do a whole onion and batter it? Throw it in
you mean where they like do a blossom? They call it an onion blossom. Yeah. That's an Outback in America. Yeah. That's the Outback chain that does that leaves the bottom together and then they what? He's got his hands up.
Oh, there we go.
We did it again.
No, I'm just getting warmed up.
I know.
To completely kill an hour's time for all these people. We wasted it on ducks and reindeer poop. We never talked about cruising hardly at all.
This is all about cruising.
Reindeer
Cruising, ducks and cruising. There's ducks on cruises that get left. We spoke about that. We spoke about your cruise, and you've had lamb for the first time.
We did it. We did that.
Next week we'll talk more about cruising and the ducks. I think they're going to get the flock out of here. So I got to go. We'll see you.
Boom, boom.
I just had a message from Jack. He said he still has some breathing issues.
Oh, Jack.
Bless.
You're in our prayers, Jack. Get better. Get better.
All right, guys. That's going to wrap us up for another Sunday. Next week, I'll be coming to you from on board the Navigator of the Seas, someplace.
Again,
maybe next Sunday will be when I go to visit Elizabeth Taylor. I'm going to go to Elizabeth Taylor's house to see if she wants to drink some wine.
Nice.
Which I did once before, and she said no.
Apparently, if you put a little Elijah Craig in the wine, it tastes better. So,
well, maybe now that she would know that she's no longer with us,
and some Diet Coke,
maybe she'll go on with it. We'll see. All right, guys. See you next Sunday on the Cruise Amigos. You guys have a fabulous week. Later, y'all.
Bye.